Hey, though. It's the mafia. This shit for all the gangsters, nigga. Real story. Jugging out the double doors, cuz in the 6'4". Chowers hitting switches on these niggas back in 94. Basketball practice, and after that I'm back to selling dope. When the cops hit the Ave, I done made a rack off of my pager though. When the WAP hit my box, I'ma hit them back, I'm on the payphone. My shoebox getting full, I need to go buy me a safe for real. It's treacherous outside, not supposed to have it, but I paid for it. A brand new out the box, Thule on me while I'm trapping. And I hope I ain't gotta go use it, but I know how shit tend to happen. And plus it be like it.
Yo, what it do, y'all? It's time for that Coach for the Street podcast host. It's your dog Paint. You know, my other half, Mafia. You know how we come in another episode. Finna let y'all niggas know that we finna hop right into these streets like we always do. You feel me?
Outside been treacherous, man. Especially we specifically about to get into this Atlanta shit.
Oh man. Man, this situation here, this shit here is a little more different than the Young Dolph. Young Dolph story was juicy, but this shit here is juicier. You feel me? Because
and it's in your neck of the woods, so you know.
Yeah, it's in my backyard. No, I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from the AUG, from Augusta, 2 hours away. But I represent that Georgia. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta talk about it. And for a minute, you know, news like that, I don't really get into it when it's not public information because I let the streets be the streets. But since it's all the way out there like that, you know we gotta talk about it, cause you know, like I tell niggas, shit that goes on in Atlanta when it's viral, it touches the other counties and other surrounding areas because a lot of people from Atlanta have family members that are in Savannah, Augusta, you know, Marietta. Yeah. So when things happen like that, of course the streets know, especially with this new generation of Atlanta, because you know it's gang infested in Georgia now. You did what I'm saying? So when this situation happened, I don't know why, but Young Thug name was powerful in the streets, even when he wore that dress. A lot of people, you know, of course, you know, it was a crazy move for him to do that shit to get attention, but a lot of people looked at him like, oh man, it's just old fuck nigga, whoop, 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 not knowing this motherfucker been causing havoc.
And you know, people overlook the fact that what he was doing with them dresses and them skirts and all that.
Yeah.
It was all that shit was fashion statements.
Yeah.
He was getting a bag for doing a lot of that shit.
All of that, because he actually goes to them real fashion shows where them white people be at. Like them real
person, like his dress code is totally different than everybody.
He's into that. Like he take that fashion shit to another level because he really be in tune with these people. But on another note, like I was saying, a lot of people was taking his like I'm gonna put it like this. Young Thug remind me of he's like the prince of the rap game, and I'm not talking about far as I'm gonna say fashion wise. You did what I'm saying? Like back in the days, not mean to get off subject, you couldn't tell the old school person that Prince wasn't, you know, fruity. They'll argue down, man. That man, yeah, they'll argue.
There's more niggas around is 30 bitches, baddest bitches you ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so it
I'm gonna agree with you when you say he had the Prince thing going on.
yeah, for
But at
sure.
the same time, his music was just like Prince was. Nobody was Prince in that lane in R&B. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody's Thugger in rap.
Yeah, in his lane, he's what the game have never seen.
Off
You
his
did what I'm
voice
saying?
and his pitch and
His
his
like YB
voice.
said a long time ago, the man voice is like an instrument.
It is.
Whatever
That alone changed music.
right, for sure.
Me, yeah. He got the
Because
Prince.
he got other people thinking that they voices are instruments to the instrumental. You did
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
sound like Thugger. You're trying to
Right.
do that.
But it's only one Thugger. It took him a little minute to find himself. You did what I'm saying? Because he of course, Weezy was his role model, so he was using a lot of Weezy patterns. But as the time, like this shit like playing basketball, like Starlito said, if you put 10,000 hours in this shit, you should become an expert. And that's what he did. He found his way.
He did.
Yeah. And created a style that gonna carry on the next 10 years. But not to get off subject, this little Woody dude, man. Boy, this nigga here.
Well, we gonna put it like this, cuz. Little Woody, yeah. Because his shit been leaked, but it's a whole bunch of little Woodies in this entire situation.
Oh yeah, for sure. They just highlighted him.
You can't just look at Lil Woody and be like, "Oh, Lil Woody, nigga, he's just the one that got leaked." Nigga, it's a whole bunch of other little Woodies.
He got highlighted.
It's gonna tell me who the other little Woodies is.
I'm already knowing, niggas playing hot potato right now. They getting that bitch out their hand. Woo! You see what I'm saying?
And it's quick.
Yeah, so of course, niggas singing like it's going out of style. You feel me?
And this is what's fucked up, because for Thugger to have so much influence in the streets of Atlanta like that, how did you, being so smart up top like this and being militant and being, you know what I'm saying, treacherous in the street as he is, and smart at the same time, how did you put together a team where over half these niggas become liable to what you got going? Like, they jeopardizing everything. So it's like these niggas was all, Lil Woody was Little Woody before this fucking shit came down.
Right.
Niggas just didn't know Little Woody was gonna be Little Woody because this shit didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
It's the same with the other niggas. So really, you went out there and picked or brought all the wrong people around you. We gotta start there. We can't say, well, okay, because the police came, these niggas is fraud, because all these niggas got praised prior to the situation. Then when they get pressed by, the press come down, it start exposing who really that and who ain't.
But we seen this a million times, cuz. Like, let's just be real. We seen it a million times. We know a million niggas that's gonna bust. But when it's time to lay down, it's only a selected few gonna hit that mat, dog.
See, we done seen this shit forever in the day in the street.
Yes.
We come from the streets. But in the industry, no, we haven't been watching this forever.
These are people from the streets, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Publicly, though, there's
right, for sure, public figures, right.
Niggas
right.
don't look at them like street niggas no more. They celebritized.
Right.
So to get caught up in shit like this, it's different.
I mean,
it's
that just let you know, like, it's he in the chokehold. Like, they got him in the weaver right now.
Like
they got him in the chokehold.
This is a prime example of even money
Can't fix this.
Even money won't keep even having money won't keep your nigga solid.
One thing about it, man. When this why I'm glad I've grown far as a person. Like, you know, when you're young, everybody like to hang with the gang, chill with the gang, bang with the gang, slang with the gang, everything with the gang.
How to create your own space till you grow up.
But when it come down to certain situations, boy, the gang ain't the gang no more. You might be the gang. The other niggas trying to go home. And it be the same niggas. It be the same niggas that you growed up with, counted money with. All this come within the company that you have. Like, I mean, it's a repeated cycle. It's something similar to Treyway 6ix9ine situation. You got one bad apple that's finna get ready to spoil everybody. This I look at it like it's something that way, cuz.
It is. It's a lot that way.
Yeah, it's relatable to me.
Outside, niggas was looking at Treyway like they was moving right. The whole time they was moving all wrong.
Yeah, they was tearing shit up.
And we looking at this same thing with Thugger because we looked at YSL like they got everything on lock. Then this come down, then we find out like it just all out of whack.
This one thing I know for sure. In Georgia, Thugger had a big Lil Wayne influence because everybody wanted, all these little youngsters wanted to slap and throw up the guns. You know what I mean? Everything just like Thugger's. They start putting everything that Thugger done.
Like YMW Melly is a thug baby.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, you can look at certain artists and be like, that's a young thug baby.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Literally do that.
Yeah, you can see it in them. And one thing about it, it's messed up because one thing about gangster rappers, I'm just saying gangster rappers as a whole, I just wish when they come successful, they detach themselves from the streets and continue. Not saying like you got to say fuck the streets and not come back and tune in to the community. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking about as far as work on your artistry and everything like you supposed to, and let your buddies that's willing to still stay outside and do that, let that do them, but don't be a part of that shit.
But this is where we gotta explain this part.
These phone records and shit is for real.
Because even look at us, cuz you gotta think about it. Look how long it took for us to make sense of life and make sense of shit that makes sense and the shit that never made no sense that we thought did, and grow about the shit and try to transition to something else. That shit took us a long time. We definitely
we had to bump our head a couple times, a bunch of times.
We definitely didn't glow up when we was young because even in your 20s, you still like.
But at the same time, why I say that is because we seen the great ones fall in the rap game nowadays from situations like this. It be a domino effect. Boom, 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 boom.
But what I'm saying is, the hardest thing for a street nigga to do is learn how to turn being a street nigga switch off.
Okay, what I mean by that, cuz Young Thug, just you switch me right now. Young Thug, rich as a motherfucker, and his, you know, he's great legend, living legend.
He ain't even at his peak.
He ain't even at his peak, but they got phone messages of him talking like he's 15. You sending a group message to some real alleged steppers.
But this is where money blinds you, because it's just like in the street, nigga. You serving out the trap, and it's shit plentiful. It's so much money coming in. Yeah, you watching out for the police, but not as much as you usually do, because the money got you so goddamn comfortable. You like DMX on Belly driving through the goddamn red light talking about fuck the police. You start getting a little bit careless.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And this is the same thing. This is no different. Them niggas is street niggas. Just go back to what I was saying. Like, that's the hardest thing for us to do as street niggas, is to leave the streets alone. Even when we get the money, it's still the hardest thing.
But do you see how
still the majority of our life?
Do you see how these motherfuckers can go back 10 years ago and get phone records that you probably forgot you even sent the nigga?
But we gotta acknowledge the fact that them phone records that they got from all these years ago was wiretaps from them years. They had.
Oh, okay, right.
These niggas been watched at this long.
Yeah.
They ain't going to nigga phone and say, man, dig up everything from 2017. Because no nigga has the same goddamn phone that they had. Activating phones wasn't even the same at one time. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and shit like that, you didn't even have to use nobody's name to activate a phone. All you had to do was that motherfucker, put the card in, set the pin up, and that's it. Now they want you email, phone, name, birthdays, niggas on social security. They want everything now. Whereas then they didn't need to. So a nigga actually had to give up your number, or you had to call a tap phone.
And the crazy thing about it,
we talk on phones now where, okay, we sit here talking about Young Thug right now. I promise you, when we get off our phone or get off this, and then we get on our phone is tapping in everything we saying right now. That's why we able to say, hey, Siri, and she say yes.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because our phones is listening.
Man,
so
look,
you got to be mindful of that shit too, but it's hard to escape a lot of things when you still a street nigga. Look at Thugger. You have no reason to even be a street nigga
at all.
When you looked at a certain type of way, it's just like, okay, your dad, this gangsta ass nigga. Like the hood know this nigga for being damn near Tucky status. Then he have a son. His son cursed with his daddy's reputation. The reputation of nigga, he a gangster. So you kind of gotta stand on what your daddy did, nigga. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't, it's like, nigga, your daddy was a gangster. He wasn't doing, you get compared to, nigga, the status that your dad had. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the same thing with Thugger. Like, Thugger start being impressionable to other people. So if he stop being like a street nigga to the street niggas, oh, he getting soft. Look how it was in the mob. When the mob boss used to be like, man, I think we need to stop selling dope. Okay, after the meet, now these niggas riding down the street in the car together talking about, I think he's getting soft.
I'm going to give you a prime example.
That's what makes shit hard.
I'm going to give you a prime example of a gangster nigga that was tearing shit up, but now he moves more professional now. 50 Cent.
But this is where I gotta correct you, cuz this is where this fits what I'm talking about the whole time, where it's hard to detach from the streets. 50 first 10 years he had a thug. It took a decade for him to get it together to where he could move a different type of way. This we talking about 100 beefs later.
Yeah.
He went through a decade worth of having to put that down in the street. A lot of niggas went to jail, bro. He paid for a lot of murder charges. He paid lawyer fees on niggas punching niggas out. He paid lawyer fees on laying niggas down in malls and shit. G-Unit niggas was catching RICO cases and shit. In Connecticut, all kind of shit. But it still took him a decade to shake that. It took him a decade to shake that.
He persevered though.
Thugger ain't no exception. It ain't been a decade for Thugger
yet.
So I can't expect Thugger to have less than a decade when you really come from the streets. You cannot just, it's like the belt that Pastor Troy walked around with still to this day. You can't pay that nigga to walk around with that motherfucker for 3 years without it. Because he gonna feel like he missing something.
Yeah. That's true.
You just can't let shit go. We done lived in the streets over 80% of our life. So just because we live in luxury now and we got millions, it's still not easy for you to just say fuck the street. Look at Nip. He didn't have to come back over there. Nigga, his brother could have been over there every day. But because he's so in tune with where he's from, I gotta be over there. It's hard to get that shit up. And
now,
it's for
what I mean by that, cuz you can, it's still a certain way you can move.
It is
without being messy. You see what I'm saying? And that situation of how this shit looking, it was a lot of messy shit.
But that's because we seeing what because the case is coming out. That was messy. Prior to this shit, nigga, everybody thought Thugger was moving like he's supposed to move on top. See what I'm saying? We fought him for his fuck ups now because he has got busted.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But before this shit come down on Thugger, we looking at Thugger like he top goon, top shooter, got the shooters, got Atlanta on lock, nigga. He put the press down. We looking at Thugger like he can do no wrong. When the whole time he was doing a whole,
and like you were saying, who's to say when they was tearing the streets up?
I ain't got time to talk. I'm doing podcasts, bro. You don't have to give me a minute.
Yeah, like you were saying, who's to say that they didn't have the press down on the streets where other rappers were scared to drop, or
that's
you get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But like hold on. We in the rap game now. I done personally traveled, got on the road as an artist, and went and sat down with other labels myself. Sit there, listen to the music. They let you know how they want you to, you know what I'm saying? And I done had labels sit there and tell me, I done had A&Rs tell me how niggas do what you do. Because at this time, we moving around 30, 40 niggas deep no matter where we go. So, nigga, just as much as we ready for the game, we was ready for the confrontation that came with the street too. That's why it was an abundance of numbers, because the strength in numbers. See what I'm saying? But, and he invited me to do what I do. He's like, y'all set up already. You got a whole little movement. That's what you need. Sometimes these artists need the label to create that for them. But at the same time, how he was putting it, like, because he like, nigga, he done been in a position where he done flew a motherfucking artist. He done had to go somewhere, and him and the artist got to fly over here to sign these contracts, and they dealing with street niggas in the corporate world. And then they get there and these niggas whip out pistols and shit. Nigga, sign the motherfucking contract, nigga, before we blow this. You see what I'm saying? Now these niggas signing contract. It's contract, nigga, this nigga for the nigga. Now you didn't coerce this artist into signing some shit because he thinking he finna change his future. Now y'all done flew out here and these niggas delayed y'all down and they done Suge Knighted y'all into the contract. Yeah. Shit like that be happening. The game, so you can't, it's hard. That's what makes it harder as a street nigga to lead his streets alone in the music world, because you still dealing with street niggas. It's street
when you come in the rap game, right? They still there.
Shit. You kind of gotta bring the muscle in the building when you go into Universal and Interscope, so these niggas know, nigga, don't play with my fucking money. Nigga, we tear this bitch up. Yeah. That's how they know not to play with you when you come in there. Yeah, yes, sir. And all they we can fuck him. All this money all day. You come in that bitch 20, 30 deep, nigga, like niggas used to do that back in the day. That's how they used to get out their deals. Oh, I don't like this shit. Fat Joe, that motherfucker, he sit down, cross his legs. He got 50 Latinos with him that done cut 1,000 niggas. This shit going, man. And yeah, I want to get out my shit today. Them niggas like, shit, here you go. All right, so they want the problems. So you still have street in the industry, so it makes it even harder to leave that shit alone because you're still in the field when you get in the music game. All the CEOs and shit now are ex-shooters, killers, and drug kings.
Producers too. They just as dangerous.
So you come on, man. It's hard to leave the street shit alone, man, unless you gonna rap about country shit. Anything that
you can make it.
You cannot be out here.
Like prime example. It took Booster to get it right. Shout out to Boo, but he makes gangster music, but he moved correct.
But see, I don't want to say that. See, I can't. For me, Boosie is in the Scarface Tupac lane. That is not gangster music. That's real rap. Because when they rapping, they're telling you stories that damn near even a nigga that ain't never shot nobody could relate to. Even a nigga that ain't never sold a kilo of cocaine can relate to. That's not gangster music. That's real music. Because you're telling a real story. I can't, everybody not gonna relate to the nigga that killed 17 niggas because he ain't even never shot no nigga yet. You see what I'm saying? That's why drill music got so much shit influence right now, because them young niggas talking about doing reckless shit and they really doing the reckless shit. So the young niggas feel like for us to be that, we got to do that shit.
Right.
That's why it's easier for you to die when you get into an altercation with one of them young niggas because they don't care about none of that.
Right.
This my chance to kill me a nigga today. Pow. You out of here.
You drop the low if you want to.
Whereas 10, 15, 20 years ago, nigga be like, yeah, we gonna kill him later. They gonna plan how they gonna put you up out of here. Not no more, nigga. Where you at? You around the corner getting a hoagie. Hey, I got the little picture. They finna come get you. They finna spontaneously kill you.
Real talk. And it just make you think with this whole situation, man. Will YSL?
What, he was a shooter. He was one of the niggas that Thugger gonna, nigga, them niggas over there go take care of that. You become the Sammy the Bull. Yak Gotti became Sammy the Bull. All them other niggas over there that's telling, I guarantee you, most of them niggas that told, they either sold some bricks or they shot some guns.
Oh yeah.
That's why the fuck you in jail.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, you know. Of course, you know they had to goddamn blow some down.
You see what I'm saying?
37 shootouts allegedly. Shit.
But that's 37 shootouts after Big Nut got killed. Keep in mind that the whole time they've been following this YSL, they allegedly responsible for over 50 shootings. They saying 37 of them 50 was because of Big Nut.
God damn, boy.
So Big Nut dying, getting killed was the vast majority of the reason why all these bodies and shit start dropping, all these shootouts start happening, because 37 shootings happened at the Big Nut. So you 37 out of 50. So that means they had 13 shootings prior to Big Nut dying. That's a lot, but it's not as much as 37. That mean when Nut died, them niggas said, you know what, cuz? You know what? You know, nigga, everybody was shooting. Every day for years.
They lit it up. They lit it up.
That beef didn't die after a year went past, 2 years. When every day them niggas was getting into some shit for years, bruh. Put some respect on Big Nut name, because nigga, it's a lot of niggas, nigga. And rest in peace to King Von, and respect to Dirk and OTL, all that shit. But nigga, 50 niggas ain't died since King Von got killed.
No.
It ain't been 50 shootouts over King Von neither since he got killed.
Yeah.
Along with 03 and all these other niggas. I'm not saying that niggas didn't go out there and slide, but I'm saying you niggas ain't been sliding every day since the nigga died.
Yeah.
And these niggas all been dead for a couple years. We talking about YSL, Yfn. These niggas said shit. Nigga, some of these reports is shootouts that all happened in the same day. Okay, these niggas went over here and got into a Yfn. Shit, Yfn ain't take no break. They didn't make no phone calls or nothing. They didn't even let them niggas make it home. They was pulling up while they was pulling in the driveway. Nigga, they was out there tearing shit up every day for 7 years. Cause 7 years of shootouts is a lot, man.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That's a lot, man.
Hell yeah.
That's like living in Afghanistan and you can't afford to sleep because you gonna die.
And the way how that lady trying to take them down, like Well, she trying to clean up the community. She trying to do a sweep.
In her position, she forced to. How you gonna level up? In her position in the justice system, you don't level up if you ain't winning cases. As a lawyer, you don't turn into a super lawyer or a high price, a super attorney. They call you a super attorney, nigga, when you cost $100K or better.
If
Midwest, some of our top attorneys in the Midwest is black, nigga.
If you're a public figure,
less than $100K retainer.
If you're a public figure and you out there letting that gun go, you letting that bitch go, it's only a matter of time for them folks push up like, hey, y'all niggas shot it out 50 times, blase squaze. This digital world and all this now, man, it's kind of hard to really.
Because
it's hard.
And it's hard to, and now the protocols are being, nigga, you know, against the step of whether you was hustling, shooting shit up, killing people, whatever it was. Niggas kept that shit under wraps. Only the streets knew about how you got down. Your reputation spoke through the street. You didn't have to get on your phone and cut the camera on and tell a nigga what you did. You see what I'm saying? Now it's almost like I don't believe, because people that follow you don't believe what you saying. You got to prove to them that, nigga, fuck them.
You even
what I gotta prove to a nigga that I know, guaranteed the nigga that's probably saying I ain't never did and then probably ain't put in more work than me. I'm not finna sit here and compete with a nigga because you ain't even reputable where you from. So what the fuck? And then I don't even know you. You probably 9 years old on the computer telling me I really ain't that. So now at this point, I'm trying to prove myself to motherfuckers that's not even credible to their own motherfucking streets where they at. It becomes stupid. That shit is poison, man. And that's what everybody doing, proving themselves to the other motherfucker because a nigga trying to publicly discredit you. Man, shit. That shit's stupid.
It's man, look. Between last year and this year, when they come to sweeping the rap game, man,
they tearing this motherfucker up.
They tearing this bitch up.
They tearing this bitch
up. They tearing this bitch up like these niggas kingpin.
Like academics said, they basically just shut down the whole drill scene in New York. Them 2-3 sweeps and K-Flock going down and D-Thing going down and niggas going down. All these niggas was the niggas that was the drill nigga on the East Coast. They all in jail. Casanova's in jail.
New York cleaned that thing up, boy.
D-Thing. Then they went through the Bronx and got some more niggas that was rapping and shit. It was like 20-something niggas got mixed up in that shit, nigga. They went through and shut the whole drill scene. So if I was in New York, I'd be dancing like Bobby Smurder too. I don't have
real shit.
That I'm gonna shoot the fuck out you. I went to
real talk.
Went to jail for that.
That's what people were saying.
Did that time I came home. I'm finna dance and nigga keep them people off my motherfucking back. I ain't got nigga. I done learned my nigga. They better do the Bobby Smurder. Nigga.
That's what people were saying in the comments. They were like, Bobby, we know you're a shooter. We know you doing this shit for entertainment.
Bobby 7 years to glow up, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And them 7 years had to be spent in the penitentiary. He didn't get to glow up in the game. He had to glow up in the penitentiary because he almost lost his opportunities. You see what I'm saying? And them niggas still got the same reputation in New York. They down.
Still got steppers.
Nigga up there doing all the dances you want to say he ain't suspect. But okay, go outside, play with that little nigga.
Right.
See if you don't be on the team. Yeah,
he's that man. That man is a whole general now.
Yeah, he a whole
general.
Controlling shit.
He gonna be one of them ones in
New York. You don't have no choice but to look to them as the big homies to the East Coast drill scene because they.
Right.
Let's put that out there.
They still got on business.
Wide and acknowledged by the world. The Smurders was first with the drill on the East Coast.
Right.
fuck
and they stood on business.
Company comment arguing with me if you fucking want to.
Yeah, they stood on business and everything.
Yeah. They
Shit.
quit, but they was able to come home and go even harder than what the fuck they was
They
when
picked up a big old bag when they got home.
Generation of the drill rappers in New York not even making it past signing the contract. K-Flock and D-Thing both went to the joint.
But this
signing their contracts.
But on another note, cuz this Young Thug case, man, this shit gonna be so big. It's gonna be bigger than big.
And who's to say? Think about it, cuz. Who's to say? Let's not forget, they done swept shit in the Bronx a few times. Who's to say this shit going on in Atlanta ain't connected to the shit that been going on in Florida? And the shit that been, who's to say that shit ain't been connected?
You never know, because we already know these rappers have ties to niggas.
That's what I'm saying.
Other cities.
We know what specific gangs we talking about running the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, for sure.
So it wouldn't be impossible to think like this shit could be connected, but the Atlanta DA doing a state case can't sit there and say, well, this is connected to the Bronx and everything in New York and the shit that been going. This is a state case. You got to keep this right here. This ain't a case where you can say, well, this shit run from Atlanta to Florida, all the way back to the Carolinas, all the way up to motherfucking New York. The feds gonna do that. But they've been knocking these three places down though, heavy though.
Definitely have.
It's more attention on the police knocking them 3 locations down than it is Chicago, and more motherfuckers down in Chicago than all 3 of them spots.
True.
That makes no sense. But I feel like they doing that because, like you said, Atlanta different. It's
hell yeah.
The only place.
That's Black Hollywood.
It's really the only place where you got numerous abundance of multi-millionaire gang affiliated people.
And
like,
black people.
They got a lot of people over there that's gang, man. They got some money. We talking about multi-millionaire. We talking about how many, name me some rappers that's over there that's gang affiliated, got Snoop Dogg money.
None.
Atlanta got shit. Just as much as you say Young Thug, you can say Lil Baby, you can say 21 Savage. You can say so many motherfuckers, and these niggas is
multi-million dollars. Yeah, 2 Chainz. The list goes on.
And they made their homies multi-millionaire. I just seen some shit. Nigga said he seen Lil Baby. Where the fuck he say? He said Lil Baby was somewhere, and he said he pulled up on Lil Baby. He said Lil Baby had 40 niggas with him, nigga. Every one of them niggas had a 4PF iced out chain.
I can believe it.
He said every one of them. 40 4PF necklaces.
I can believe it. That's how the 21 gang is in Atlanta. There's a bunch of them niggas with them. There's a bunch of them niggas with them 21 chains and them 4L chains.
I be feeling like 21 made his niggas not be so public no more. Because at first when he came out, niggas Slaughter Gang, how we look at 4PF, that was Slaughter Gang. When 21 came out, nigga, we all looked at. I found out about so many new rappers through 21 coming out because all these niggas was the one nigga pull up with this thing. Let it jail and shit, he probably still in jail. They had so many goddamn guns in that video, nigga.
Oh yeah.
And them was 21 niggas though. He had Crip, Blood. That nigga had 21 gang had a lot of affiliates in it, man.
There's a whole bunch of young niggas, man. So, but this all we got to give y'all on this episode on this time for that Culture for the Street. Do not leave out the trap without being served. Smash that like button, drop a comment, hit the notification bell.
And follow us on the go, man. Get the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all this shit. And subscribe on the go. Y'all can listen to us in the car while you talking to your bitch, while you're on a date, while you're on the freeway.
Go.
We accessible all ways around the board, man. Let's go.